Osimhen to me, if it was
I
me,
think it's a risk, you know.
if his release clause is 110 million, as much as we need a striker right now, I would wait. If we could get Ivan Toney right now, I'd do it.
With Toney coming into the side, he will bring a lot. He will bring what Jesus can do, but he'll bring goals as well. He's got a point to prove, so he knows that everyone's going to be doubting him. Is he going to come back to how he was? But we ain't got the 100 mil.
If you've got a top elite striker like Haaland, like Osimhen, them men ain't playing no number 2 to no other striker. They're the main guy, and that's it.
The defense last year, these men are like this. Now, it's panic. Why is that? Because these men are not comfortable with Raya. He can play in the Champions League.
Yeah.
He's not going to be he'll be cup tied in the FA Cup because he played away at Palace. Right. But we're not in that. You get me? You see when I'm just, I just line myself up, blood. I completely forgot we're out the fucking FA Cup, blood.
Hi, and welcome along to AFTV. Time to discuss some more Arsenal. I thought I'd get an Arsenal AFTV OG in the studio today. We got Troopz here, and I thought, let's discuss Arsenal. I've seen you going a bit mad on some of your...
I've been calm.
Your X or Twitter tweets, or whatever they call it, recently and stuff like that, right? It has been a bit disappointing recently, to say the least. Our form. Players are away, you know, doing a bit of winter training, getting a bit of sunshine over in Dubai before they come back and take on that game against Crystal Palace.
Lucky for some. You treating it well and you go Dubai, blood. Yo.
No, but listen, I don't see nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? Because you've also got to recharge, innit? Reset.
Why Dubai though? We need warm weather. It's winter. Go Poland or something for 10 days. No, and do winter training. The man should go Switzerland furthermore and go to the Alps.
You're sort of describing it more like a punishment rather than...
Yeah.
But that's not what's needed right now. You want the man to reset.
No, but punishment and love, because you can enjoy the Alps, but then the cold as well, because you lose 3 in a row.
You're going to get the cold when they come back here.
Ain't got no cold right now though, blood. Only for sun, you know. Only for sun. I see the link up, they got all the fans waiting, blood. Loving life.
No, listen, I don't see nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
I think you go get a winner to get a bit
I know Bear Man would get angry and be like, oh, look at these man chilling. I see the photo of Saka. This is what I'm saying. I see the photo of Saka, how he trimmed back his hair.
And he went back and then he was on a boat or something.
Yeah, and then somebody quoted it and they were like, I'm not moaning, but these are the pictures. I don't want to see these type of pictures after we've lost 3 in a row. So some fans will be like, yo, these men are kind of just chilling, but I kind of get it, innit? Like,
I kind of understand that as well.
Yeah.
Maybe that photo shouldn't have went out.
Yeah, he's on the boat. He's on a yacht, fam.
Yeah, considering, you know what I mean, we've just lost our last 3 in a row. I do agree with that. But I am in agreement that they should go there. Yeah. They should get a bit of sunshine in their body, a bit of vitamin D, reset. But when they come back, they got to come back really up for it. But I wanted to ask you this, right? Obviously, the January transfer window is open at the moment.
You wouldn't know.
I remember you did a video on the channel, like you was doing a fan cam. I think it was with Cecil, and you said, "No, it was with me. It was one of the two of us."
Yeah.
But you said if we don't get Ivan Toney, it's over. We're not going to get Ivan Toney. He's going to stay at Brentford. Who else have you seen out there that you think Arsenal should try and go and get, or is it that we just have to resign ourselves to the fact that at the moment, the type of striker that we need is just not out there. It's just not available right now.
The only other one really is Vlahovic, but Juve have come out and said they're not going to sell. 1 minute I'm seeing 50 million they asking price, then I'm seeing they're not going to sell. For me, it's Toney, innit?
Is Vlahovic the answer?
That's what I'm saying. For me, it's Toney. Like if
is
we don't
Toney the answer?
For me, I think it is an improvement. I think he does bring something different to the team.
Answer, not improvement.
It is an
not improvement. The answer. The answer, because for me, I don't want Arsenal to go and buy a striker, and then in a year's time, everyone's saying, "Boy, man, he ain't ready. Yeah, he's all right, but we need to go and get this guy." Whoever we go and get now has got to be the guy that's for the next 2 to 3 years. We're saying that's our guy. Is that Toney?
2 to 3 years, no. I think 18 months, he gets you there. He gets you competing.
For £80 million.
Bro, the market it is now.
80 to 100 million for 18 months.
The market it is now, you're going to sell as well. You understand? So if Toney comes in, hopefully, Nketiah would go out. You get me?
Right.
So then you've got Jesus and Tone. For me, you still need to bring another striker in anyway. Because Jesus, for me, is not the answer down as the striking role. I think we should be playing him as a winger, the way they play him at Brazil, the way they played him at City. I think we should play him in that role. You understand? Where you got Saka and Jesus on the right. You got them lot there. Then you got Tone and someone else where you could have an Osherman. This is dream world though, but we're Arsenal. We should be moving like that. We should have 2 quality strikers in the position. We should have 2 players, quality level in every position. Because that's how you compete. City have that in every position. If you go from Haaland, you go to Alvarez. It's a drop, but it's not like boom. It's not like when we go from Jesus to Nketiah. The drop is dramatic. Do you understand? You've seen that Nketiah is not bringing nothing to the side. With Tone coming into the side, he will bring a lot. He will bring what Jesus can do, but he'll bring goals as well. He's got a point to prove. So he knows that everyone's going to be doubting him. Is he going to come back to how he was? You see him just lick off a hat trick. People can say it's the under 21s, but that's what he's been asked to play. If you put him in the game time, I think he'll do the same. But we ain't got the 100 mil.
But is he?
That's the problem. If we had or the 80 mil. If we had the 80 mil, we could get it done.
I really like Ivan Toney, but I'm not too sure he's worth that.
Do you know what I see it like? I said it to you, yeah? I said it to you off camera. I don't know if I said it.
I think he'd be a great player for Arsenal. Yeah. But he's still not that elite for me.
That's why I said you go again.
I'm talking about elite. Yeah, but if you go, you can't just say go and again. 80 to 100 million is where you've gone.
Where do we need?
You need to go again.
All right, but look, where do we really need to like improve this side? It's the front line, isn't it?
Yeah.
So why don't you go in and blow your whole budget on the front line? Bring in Tone now, and then you bring in a bad man as well.
No, but to me, because I think, listen.
He done it with Raya. You got Ramsdale here, a capable number 1. Nobody said in the summer.
That's a mistake for me.
No, but look, nobody said in the summer, bring in another keeper. Do you understand? Nobody said that, but he's done that. He's brought in 2 number 1s, basically. You can do that with a striker.
Yes.
Because with a goalkeeper, you have to commit to one goalkeeper, say you're number 1. With a striker, you don't have to commit to a striker. Whoever's on form's playing.
You do.
Whoever's on form is playing.
Nah, if he's a big striker, if he's one of the big, what I call elite strikers, you don't say to Haaland, yo, you know what? Nah, you're not playing this week.
We're not getting no one on a Haaland level.
But I'm saying, to me, there's one person that's on.
Who? Osimhen.
Osimhen to me, if it was me.
I think it's a risk, you know.
If it was me, I would hold out. I've seen release clauses mentioned of 105 million.
Yeah, I see that.
112 million.
Yeah, the most I've seen is 120.
Right, and I think that was euros. So it's about call it 110, right? Yeah. If his release clause is 110 million, as much as we need a striker right now, and we definitely do need a striker right now, but I would wait because if we could get Ivan Toney right now, I'd do it. Mm-hmm. But if we can't get, and he's going to stay at Brentford because he's already said he owes them, and it right. So if he stays there, I wouldn't get him in the summer.
No, I agree with that.
I would get Osimhen. Osimhen is your elite striker. Then you've got Jesus, who, like you said, you can play wide. But if anything happens to Osimhen,
he can go in.
You know that he can go in there as well.
He's capable.
But if you've got a top elite striker like Haaland, like Osimhen, like Harry Kane, them man ain't playing no number 2 to no other striker. They're the main guy, and that's it. You don't need.
Tone would play number 2, respectfully.
I don't think he would.
I think he would at Arsenal.
I don't think he would. At Arsenal, he'd want to be.
You've never played European football in your life, respectfully. But you coming to Arsenal gets you in the England squad, guaranteed. Eyes are on you. You're playing Champions League. You're competing for a league title. You're at the pinnacle. You're not gonna reach that, bro. Respectfully, with Brentford, you have to. You understand? But there's a bad. My mum always said to me, "There's a badder man on each corner." Osimhen is a badder man than him. You understand? Tony probably knows that in himself.
Realistically, we're not getting both.
Yeah, I know.
So
but I agree with you when you say that if we don't go out in the window now, then bring in an Osimhen.
But hold on, why did you say that you think he could be like a risk or something?
Who, Osimhen?
Yeah.
Because he's not Premier League proven, and right now I need someone that's going to hit the floor running. I'm not in. That's what it is. I know Tony is going to come in and hit the ground running. This is what I'm going to say to you. I think I said it to you off camera. I see Tony like the Ian Wright transfer. I wasn't old enough to be on that. I was 4, innit? But when I've looked back on his documentaries and things, when he was coming to the club, no one was happy with it. Schmadger just got golden boot. No one was like, bro, why are we bringing in this little Crystal Palace shoe?
I was happy with it.
No, but the majority was like,
blazing up at Palace.
Ian who, you get me? Is he going to come in and do you understand? Be a capable and pull up with Smudge. We saw what he did about the first season. You get me? I think Tony's the same kind of move where there's doubt, but he will come and prove himself.
No, listen, I think Ivan Toney would.
And I'm not saying that he's an Ian Wright goal scoring level, but I think it's that kind of signing where he's English. I think he's coming from a fellow London club, and it's that. Yeah. Is he going to do it? Can he do it?
I think he would prove himself because I think he'd like to play for Arsenal. I think he is a quality player, right? And also, I love the guy's temperament. You can see he's a guy that he backs himself, right? I love all them things.
He's a shithouse blood. You need that.
He's got everything you need. But if it came down to it, I'm going Osimhen because I think Osimhen's better. I think Osimhen's elite.
Is better.
And when you say not Premier League, he's played in the Champions League already.
Yeah.
He's won a title with Napoli. They ain't won nothing for years. Yeah. He comes in.
Maradona, no? Yeah, last one they won was Maradona, innit? That was like 80 something or
30 years ago, 40 years ago. He's come in. He's been the main guy that won the title. He'd be you see the way he plays, the way he's built.
Twerking for Chelsea, everything. You know? Like I see some tweet. You see that tweet? You see that X, whatever they call it? This Elon guy got me confused, blood. This Chelsea fan must have been like, he must have tweeted Osimhen like, I think it was his birthday or something. Like, happy birthday! Can't wait to see you sign for Chelsea. And then he messages back with a blue love heart. Is that the type of player that you want to bring to the club? Like, yeah, he's levels. There's no denying that. Yeah, but then when you're on the roads, like twerk, it's kind of like the Mudryk thing.
Mudryk did it, innit? You think any Chelsea fan cares, right? I would have him, right? And listen, I think he'd come at Arsenal over Chelsea.
If we got, that's what I was going to say.
Because we, you know.
Would he pick, because a lot of these men pick money.
Chelsea ain't going to have no Champions League.
They pick money though. And we don't have the kind of, because we got Havertz here getting 300, Odegaard's on 200s, Saka's on 200s, Rice is on 200s.
To sacrifice someone, innit? He's going to have to be an Eddie or something. Eddie's on 100. So that's them ridiculous. Sort of money can be freed up.
When I said that, when them, you see what I'm saying now? When them deals were being done, and I was like, no. Now look, it's coming to bite us in the arse, blood. No pun intended. Because him on them wages that could have gone somewhere else. Even bringing in a Havertz, it was not needed. But that money could have gone somewhere else, blood.
The Havertz one, I'm with you.
It weren't needed, bro. Like I don't understand. What was the thought process? Like Chelsea man tell me, yo, he'll have a little this, then he'll drop, then he'll this. And it's been what they've said to me, bro. This, and then Christmas he's boom. And I'm here, I'm like, yeah, he's done that.
I think people have been over
it's the worrying,
top
like
on his recent performances.
The movement was good. You see the Liverpool game? Right. His movement was bang on.
He's not.
But the finishing was not.
Not a striker though, is he?
Yeah. So where do we play him?
A guy who's not a striker.
Where do we play him? Because he slowed down the midfield.
When we was playing him before, we put him back as a striker. He's playing in midfield. He's doing all right. Got that goal for us against Brentford and won us the game. Got us back into the game against Luton. Made a massive contribution to our win against Man City. He was doing all right. He was player of the month in November. Why are we playing him as striker? He's not a striker. Yeah. We have to go and get a striker. But I understand if we can't get a striker this month because of the difficulty of the market at the moment. What do you make of these other guys that have, you saw this guy from Getafe, Morial?
I don't really know a lot about him. You get me? I like the left back, the Gutierrez. He plays for, I think it's Girona.
Right.
Bro, he's crud. Like, he's the perfect left, like, Arteta loved this invert thing. He is the blood. Arteta would fall in love with that youth blood. He is the perfect, like, him and Timber. I see Timber's running now. That's good to see. The Zubamendi one, now you're talking my language, blood. Yeah, maybe that's why we sent my boy KT over there. KT's at Sociedad, you know, to try and big up my dog, free KT every time. You understand? Free KT, my dog. So maybe that's why we sent him because.
Yeah, but the way we've handled KT, he might be putting him off coming.
Because he said they asked him if asked like what's your plans with like the thing Arsenal maybe need a left back. He was like, I'm staying here, and he was like, if it's up to it's not my choice, but it's up to them if I stay here longer than the season. So it's looking like, unfortunately, KT is probably gone.
So what do we need then? This January transfer window, we know striker, but we're not going to get a striker. Yeah. What other positions are you looking at and say, right, we need right
midfield?
Now? We're in midfield.
Centre. We need an 8.
Who?
I like Paulino.
I like Paulino.
I like
the age though.
Yeah, I like Luiz. But I think the experience.
Not getting Douglas Luiz.
Yeah, but I think the experience. I prefer Paulino. And for me, I think the age is. You need that experience. It's Xhaka's age. It's that same kind of thing. You need that. You need that experience. Look, no one in
age, man.
Listen,
50,
Robbie.
60 million.
Robbie, there's no one in this team of an age. They're all young, about to hit their prime. There's no one that's actually like ready. He is ready. Do you understand? Plays week in, week out for Port.
Think about the money you're spending for a player like that.
Bro, think of the quality you're bringing in.
About Onana.
Yeah, I rate Onana.
I'm going to do Onana.
I rate Onana. I tweeted like last year, this time, when Everton were lurking with relegation, I said, yo, he'd be a great reinforcement. Cover Partey for his injuries. He's robust, get up and down the pitch, good with his feet, young, fits the profile that Arteta looks for. I think he'd be a terrific signing. I'm all for it.
I don't think they'll get him this January, but I do think they're serious.
I heard serious about him. They're like, he's on the rate. Like he was plan B to Douglas Luiz last January. He was the plan B. You get me? So he's been on the radar for a while.
He's tall, man. He's big. He's like strong guy. Yeah. Him and Declan Rice in that midfield would be.
You know what the man did? Jules guys, fucking Jules guys. But the man there with pure Jules, you know. You understand? Like when I mean you can't come and he can play in the Champions League.
Yeah,
he's not going to be cut. He'll be cup tied in the FA Cup because he played away at Palace. Right. But we're not in that. You get me? You see when I'm just, I just line myself up, man. I completely forgot we're out the fucking FA Cup, blood. That's how you know, fam. Like, oh, mate. But then he's not cup tied in Europe, so he could play in the Champions League, blood. Yeah, and going away, like hopefully we get past Porto, and then you'll get like a tougher tie. If you go to like the Bernabeu, the Bayern Munich, them kind of grounds away from home, you need to have them two midfielders in there that's going to sit. Because there's no away goals, but you don't go out and lose that. Don't go out and lose the game in the first leg. We've done that so many times in Champions League, and I think that he would be a perfect addition.
A midfielder, but you know what I think we need. To me, I'm looking at January, right? So January transfer window, can't get all the players you really want. If you do, some ridiculous price, so we're not going to be able to get the striker. Midfield players that you just mentioned there, I'm for both Onana or Zubimendi. Difficult to get them away from their clubs in January. Maybe Onana might be easier, but if you've got the money.
Yeah.
Because
I think they're saying 50.
Yeah, right? But the area where I feel we need is at the back. I think I'm still a bit worried about the back, the defence.
Where?
Across all of it, like, it's still to me...
Centre-back's dodgy because if one of them go out and
Gabriel, you got Gabriel... You've got Saliba. What if something happens to one of them?
That's the thing. Kiwior, blood.
Kiwior, I'm not sure about Kiwior yet. I mean, listen, we've not really seen him as a centre-back. He's been having to play out of position as a left-back. But I guess, as an emergency, you could put maybe a Declan Rice in there. And you can also move over Ben White into a centre-back. That was his natural position before. And I know you got Tomiyasu's coming back.
I was going to say, because he plays there for Japan.
We know Timber is supposed to be coming back, but what is he going to be like when he comes back? It's an ACL.
It's going to take him time to get up.
Tomiyasu's injury record has been bad at Arsenal, right? You know what I mean? Even last season, remember?
He's been more injured than Tierney.
Yeah.
And everyone gets on Tierney.
His injury record's bad. And then even when you look at Zinchenko, his injuries are stacking up now.
He probably plays 22 games a season.
Yeah, injured. Right now he's injured.
He's gone again.
You know what I mean? So I'm just looking at it, I'm like, we need someone to cover those fullback areas. I look at certain games and I'm like, that's where we're getting done. We're getting done in those areas.
Who though, like?
A versatile player that can cover both either left back or right back. I've seen them talking about this player like Sasha Bowe at Galatasaray. I think this Hato is Ajax.
But I'm hearing that because of the age. And
he's only 17. Yeah, so that's not right. Right now, you want someone who's going to come in and hit the ground running. But I think, to me, if we're only going to spend, if we can only get one position, and I don't think we're going to be able to get many positions.
You got defence.
Yeah. What killed us last year? Defence. That's what killed us last year. Because you can actually, even the front players, right? And I know we need a striker, but it could be that those guys find form in the second half of the season. Inshallah. You know what I mean? I'm praying, right, that they find form in the second. Because if they found form in the second half of the season, with the amount of chances we're creating, we'd be all right. We could be all right. But I'm worried about the back, man. What if something happens to Saliba?
Again.
Gabriel. And as I said...
Who would you bring?
Kiwior playing at left back. We've seen that over the past few games. We've lost. You can't play there.
But it's
I remember at Fulham and I see him when he's dropping into midfield and...
He can't invert.
you can see it's a guy that don't really know what he's doing.
Blood, he's hiding. He's hiding in the midfield so he don't get the ball.
And it's not his fault.
Nah.
Because he ain't never played that position.
Yeah, he don't have the facilities.
Probably if he's played as a left back, he's just been as a left back, flat left back, and think what he's been asked to do, he can't do. Then even early, you think about it, even earlier on in the season, we were trying to get Partey to do that. And I get the feeling that if he comes back, he might be asked to do something like that again.
And then they push Ben into...
Go and get a proper person who can cover that. I know it's a tricky one because if Tomiyasu and Timber come back, then what happens to that guy that you've got in?
But then you need numbers, innit? So it's not that. You should be thinking like look at that squad there. You understand? Like, look at the names on that.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, you had, Winterburn, Dixon, Adams, Keown, Bold. That was all that. They was all there, blood.
Yeah.
Do you understand? No one was caring about, what if, let's not bring Keown back from Everton because we got Bold and Adams. What if one of them get fit and then, now fuck that, bro. What if, bring him because we need numbers here, bro. Do you understand? We need numbers, bro. You get me? Like, that's part of the game. You look at our title winning sides. You had Vieira, Gilberto, Edu, Parler. You had numbers in there, bro. Wiltord, Kanu, Henri, Burkamp. That's 4 man. You understand? Like, why are we complaining about being over, bro? The man that are here are not capable of covering. So you need to bring in reinforcements.
Yeah, I mean, listen, the cover's there, but they're always injured. And that's what worries me. And I've just looked at some of the games where we've been caught out, and I'm like, if we had a proper fullbacks in there, right? Even the games where Zinchenko played, right, and he got caught out. I don't think he would have played those games if Timber or Tomiyasu was fit. I think home games, we'd see a lot of Zinchenko.
Yeah, he's fine at home.
But I think away, you go away to Anfield, he ain't starting.
That's why I said...
It's either Timber or Tomiyasu would be starting them games because he's going to be like, I want it firmed up at the back.
That's why I don't understand why we loaned Tierney, because Timber got injured before we loaned Tierney. And then he still went out and loaned Tierney. Why are you doing that, blood? Even Arteta, and he's questioning as well on these decisions, bro. Yeah. Because you bringing in Kiwior and you're taking Tierney out. And Tierney could do a much better job at left back.
And centre back he can play as well.
You feel me? Because he plays centre back for Scotland. He plays as the third centre back for Scotland. Yeah. And then his natural role is left back. He could play left wing back. He just can't invert as well as a Zinchenko.
I don't know about you, yeah? I don't know about you. I know this ain't going to happen.
What?
But for me, second half of this season, Ramsdale should be in goal. Right? After I saw Ramsdale play in that Liverpool game.
Do you know what? We would have lost 3-0.
Put him back in.
If it was Raya, we lose 3-0. Because you see that save from Luis. Diaz, sorry.
Yeah, they went through the legs.
Brother!
That was a brilliant save.
Raya's not saving that.
And then the distribution, if Reece Nelson would have converted his chance. The distribution off of Ramsdale. And I just
think decision making
the spirit that the guy brings to the team, we need that for the second half of the season.
Look at the defence. The defence last year, corner, free kick, throw in. These men are like this. Now, it's panic. Why is that? Because these men are not comfortable with Raya. They were comfortable with Ramsdale. We had a solid back four.
We were, up until the last few games, we were
No, but the whole team capitulated at the end of the season. The whole team. Partey fell off a cliff. Saka went missing. Jesus, all of them, Odegaard, Ramsdale, Gabriel, Zinchenko, they all made errors end of last season. But when we was on that run and we were defensively sound, Ramsdale. Because a keeper will bring calmness to your team. We've seen that when you bring in a bad keeper, we've had it for years, how dodgy our team was on set pieces. You remember under Wenger, every time the ball came in the box, you'd be like this.
Yeah.
Because you're just waiting
I'm starting to get back to that.
Do you understand? And it's down to the keeper because we had Szczesny budding cigarette and flapping at everything like a seagull. You understand? Big man ting. You get me? Now, with Ramsdale, he might talk to the fans.
I love that.
But that's his little thing, innit?
I love that. And I just think we're missing that spirit. But finally, you can make one signing for the January transfer window. One.
What, realistic or who I would like go out and get? Because if it's realistic, then
both. One realistic, one who you'd go out and get.
I'd go out and get Tony.
Oh, that's not your realistic?
Nah.
Yeah, okay, Tony. Yeah.
And then my realistic, no.
Okay. For me, non-realistic, Osimhen, right? Realistic. Need a fullback, man. I don't even know.
Because Tommy's there and he's back from Asia Cup end of the month. That's why I'm more like midfield is where I think, because
bro, these injuries, man.
Jorginho and them, man.
I like Jorginho, though, and he's done a good job when he stood in.
But it's
Partey's well, yeah, actually.
Don't even talk about him.
Say Partey's coming back, but
he'll go again.
I need a defender, man. I need a defender. I don't know who. I'm not even going to give you the name of who because I can't think of who's fit, but I need someone who's going to
anyone in the Prem
areas.
I've always rated Dunk, you know.
No, Dunk. I like Dunk as well.
I've always rated
They
Dunk.
never sell him.
Yeah,
That'd be
I know, but
unrealistic.
I've always rated
I've always rated Dunk as well. He's good on the ball as well.
Always, blood.
Yeah, he'd be a great backup.
Yeah.
But I don't know who. Recommend for me in the comments. I need a defender who can play anywhere across the back four. But anyway, listen, Troopz, thank you very much, man. Yeah, I mean, don't forget, when it comes to transfers, every day I'm here with Transfer Daily right until the end of the month, so you get to find out who comes in, if anyone does. I do think we are going to make a signing before the end of the January transfer window, so I'll keep you up to date with all of that. But Troopz, big up to yourself, and thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe here at AFTV. Big news, AFTV are coming to Ghana. We are coming to Ghana in Africa between the 6th and 12th of February, and we're going to be meeting Ghanaian Arsenal fans and doing a watch party around the West Ham versus Arsenal football game. You do not want to miss this, so Ghana, get ready. We are coming. AFTV.